Welcome to another video in the first few minutes series, and today I'm going to be looking at a service called a Logology, a logo creation service for startups. And while it's not a SaaS, I wouldn't say, it's definitely a service that could be used on a recurring basis, especially for those of us who are creating plenty of different side businesses and larger marketing groups. So straight in on the web page, I know what they're doing. The lines all over the place, as if this was a branding guide. So you got the lines going everywhere, but it actually makes it quite difficult to sort of focus in on the content because they've got these lines going everywhere, outlining. My suggestion: maybe take it down if you really want to have those there. I understand why they're there, to make them perhaps a bit fainter. The other thing I'm missing here is some kind of sign up. Or trial or something. I mean, I can see we've got a pricing thing here, but from the actual sort of initial landing page, there's nothing that says, the call to action here is logos that match my values, but what does that mean? I have no idea what that is. I want to buy a logo, so I would like to be able to buy a logo, but I'm going to click because it's the CTA. Okay, so welcome to Logology. Adjust logos to your startup. We need to get some company values. Questions take between 5 and 15 minutes. This will give you a closer, blah, 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 get a meaningful logo. Okay, I'll probably speed some of this up because I don't want to have you watch particularly 5 to 15 minutes. So we're just going to make some stuff up and see what happens. So brand name, FFM, first few minutes. It's nice here as well that I can see on the left hand side that I'm moving through the funnel here, and I can actually see the progress, which is great. Calculating results. Okay, that was actually very nice. A nice automated way of getting this information. Typically, when you would go, or traditionally, when you would go to a logo designer, they would ask you all these questions anyway. So that's a nice way of getting it done. So here's what I chose. A few examples of businesses that might be on those with those vibes. So I'm going to confirm these choices. Okay, logo proposals for FFM. I designed these logos to show cheerfulness and accessibility. Okay, so here, this is what I was referring to with the lines. It makes far more sense because it is a brand guideline. There's not so much to, I'm only looking at the branding here, I'm only looking at the logos. There's not content I'm trying to read, so I think it's more appropriate here. But anyway, I can see the examples they have for me. Okay, I can see they have color options here. Might be nice here if on hover those color options would actually display and I could scroll them over and I wouldn't actually need to do anything else. But I'm going to go ahead and click a color option. Okay, it takes me to an inside page where I can then choose color variations. I was kind of expecting, how do I get back there? Close. I was kind of expecting that it's really wanted me to save my progress, which is fair enough. Create a free account to save your answers and keep your results, and also get a free 5-part branding course. Okay, well, I'm going to sign in with Google. Very nice that they've got that option there. Means I don't have to mess around, giving email details. And I can save my progress as I go. It actually seems a little slow, the system. My internet connection is quite fast, so it takes a while to load. Okay, so as I was saying, the ideal situation, because there's so many logos to look at here, the ideal situation for me would be able to either hover over these and have the logo branding colors change, reflected there, or being able to click and have them change. For example, so let's go through and actually view this logo. Artificial intelligence logo connected dots. Okay, so they give me the meaning of the colors, the symbol meaning and the font meaning. That's great. Interesting information. Nicely laid out as well. Nice and easy to read. Okay, so I can see I've got font options here. Okay. System is actually taking a while to make any changes, but so can change the color palette as well. Wow, that's bright. Okay, so essentially just changes the background color and one color within the font, within the actual logo. Okay, so if I go on the white background and click on one of those color options. Okay, okay, cool. So down here we've got the save button, preview result. It's all very nice and clear, all very nicely laid out. So if I click on save, saving and saved. I know there's kind of like a black and white theme going on here. It might be nice just to give a bit more of a shout out to the saved format, maybe even a color, maybe even have that color associate with the color of the logo I'm currently viewing. That might be a bit of a hassle, but just to make that a bit more noticeable, shall we say. So let's go ahead and preview this result. Okay, that's cool. So I can see some of the different applications where it might be used and how it might look. Awesome. Very cool. So for example, I want to get this logo. See, get this logo seems weird to me. I'm not getting this logo, I'm buying this logo or purchasing this logo. I think it would be a lot. Get this logo just seems like a strange use of language. I want to buy it to hear its purchase, you know. Download sample. Okay, that's really cool that we can download a little sample. View details. This is nice. Okay, this is awesome. Very clear details we can get. Okay, oh, you can even change the currency. Awesome. Okay, I like that. Very clear. After you purchase, basically what you can do, questions and answered. That's nice. Okay, so let's go back. Okay, so I could see as well the original data that I input put me in the playful and classic camp, which seems like a weird camp. If I click on that, I can see, okay, as a business, FFM is cheerful, lighthearted, and accessible. So this is the data they gave me before, but this allows me to see how it sits on the stats, on the startup personality, which is really nice. The marketing voice, update logo tailoring, cancel. Okay, if I click on it again to close, there's a weird thing, it won't let me, so click off. Okay, you have to click off. Click on it again, it just bugs out. So update logo tailoring, does that take us back into the flow? It takes us back here. Update logo tailoring. See, here I'm in the description of what the original values I gave, and so update that logo tailoring. I would have thought that it would have taken me to something similar to what I did, you know, the questionnaire, my values, because there's nothing here about tailoring. I'm just back in the flow, so that's a bit confusing. Okay, so let's carry on down. Loads and loads and loads of options to look at for the logos, all looking pretty solid. You see here when I come to the page, here when I come back to my saved logos, and I can see here, get this logo makes more sense because I already have it as a saved logo and it gives me the price below. So get this logo, it starts at, or prices start at $49, and that seems to make much more sense to me than just having get this logo. Yeah, let's have a look at reconfigure. Okay, it takes us back here and gives us the chance to change the fonts and the coloring and everything. That's cool. And so the logo is not clickable, that's fine, and they're not saying it is. I can see down the bottom we have some account details. So my account, update brand name. Is this going to take me back to the questions? No. Okay, back to proposals. I wasn't on proposals, so it's taking me back somewhere where I wasn't. Update brand name. The only way to get back is to go back on the navigator, on the browser. Back button, back to proposals, which I wasn't there. And you see here there isn't actually a footer, because I'm guessing it's all the way at the bottom of the page. Yeah, okay. So that's a bit funky. Supports. Okay, to get help or any questions, please contact us. You have to email us. So I would expect support to either take me to a separate page where there was some kind of support, or even if it was just something simple like an email, maybe even just have that email, click open. Obviously there are other elements to click on here, blog, although the blog's in Twitter. Oh, that's weird. You've got a Twitter icon for the blog and support on Instagram. Really? I doubt it. Privacy policy in LinkedIn and terms and conditions in Facebook. So I think you might want to look at those. But yeah, and again, you've removed that footer. So I have to go back again if I want to get. Oh, not going to work there either. Save logos. Yeah. So you definitely want to think about this footer, or even just creating a separate area up here where you could have account details or whatever that might be, where I can actually get to all of this. My account, what is available, update brand names, select a different activity, retake questionnaire. See, that's what I thought you were going to send me back to when it was tailor my startup philosophy or something along those lines. Okay, so if you go, one of the most important things obviously is consistency. Obviously these guys are designers. Consistency is important for everything. Especially the layout of a system or of a piece of software, and so always having the footer available, or going from one page to another and have things change is very disconcerting. I don't know where to find things. Sending me back to a page I previously wasn't on when I clicked back to proposals, even though it says back to proposals, I wasn't there. So consistency is huge. Let's try an age-old classic. I'm going to have to go here just to get back to the footer. Say I want to delete my account, contact support to change your email or delete your account. Okay, that's not, these may be limitations because it may be an early version, but that as a way to close your account is not the way to do it. I imagine any email you get is probably going to be quite angry. Say, hey, delete my account, please. You know, nobody wants to email someone just to delete their account, so I would suggest getting that fixed as soon as possible. But I mean, overall, this is a really nice experience. I mean, the walkthrough to get those initial questions, to set up your startup personality is really nice, really easy to do, fun to do even. And then of course you get your suggested logos, and which is nice here. I think the grid lines, the grid layout really works nicely. It really does give you that sense of a brand guideline. Basically, the issues I have or experienced with some of this sort of lack of consistency, wording, calls to action not being clear for me at all. But I think, yeah, it's a really nice looking product, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to get some great logos out of here for their startups. So join me again tomorrow for the next first few minutes rundown.